So dogs are creating quite the polarity in the world right now. And the canine guides woke me up in the middle of the night to talk about this because it's very important. Their message is being very misunderstood, and we need to have a chat about it. Hold on to that thought.
Welcome to Howling at the Moon, where the mystical meets the practical, and the canine spirit guides lead the way. I'm your host, Heatherleigh Strom. In 2022, I experienced a sudden, life-changing spiritual awakening. After a lifetime of struggling with, who am I and why am I here? For 5 decades, the world felt cold and confusing. Now I see the patterns, the purpose, and the bigger magical picture. My mission? To help you find your way through your own awakening journey. Here, you'll discover limitless possibilities for spiritual growth, powerful healing frequencies, and extraordinary energetic professionals, each designed to guide you into deeper healing and remembrance. Some episodes feature enlightening wisdom from spiritually evolved guest healers, visionaries, and authors. Others are led by the multidimensional canine spirit guides themselves, sharing their unique intergalactic wisdom and frequency. If you've been craving deeper truth, multidimensional healing, and a little cosmic magic, you've just found your pack. Listen and watch on Spotify or YouTube and bring the magic back into your life.
Okay, so what is it about dogs that's causing such a polarity among humans all over the world? There's a conversation, a dialogue that's happening right now that's very disturbing to the canine spirit guides. There is a good conversation happening right now about how dogs are being treated, and that's necessary. We've seen humanity go through this shift where we're reevaluating how we treat each other based on race, based on religion, based on economics, you name it. Everything right now is being completely overhauled and resorted, so to speak. And the dogs are also falling into this category, which is good because humanity needs to learn a different way of interacting with each other, with the planet, with animals, with plants. We are all connected. So this is a very good conversation to be having. This is an excellent dialogue right now. But the pendulum is swinging way too far to the other side. And that's what is getting their attention. And that's why they woke me up in the middle of the night to download this podcast. So what we're going to talk about today is possibly triggering to some people. And that word itself, trigger, is triggering for me. So hang with me. We'll get through this together. The canine spirit guides are going to walk us through it and hopefully bring the pendulum back to the middle ground where it belongs. We need to have equal balance within society with all things concerned. So what is it specifically that I'm referring to? It's not as prominent here in the United States, but in other countries abroad, I'm seeing a lot of conversation and some very disturbing videos between two different groups, or maybe one group and everybody else. When I returned back to the dog world after being gone for 11 plus years, I was disturbed to discover the conversation about dog training had become so polarized that the discussion was quite angry, definitive, and biased. Some of you might not be familiar with it, same as I wasn't, because I wasn't in the middle of it at that time. I'm still not in the middle of it, thank heavens. I am thankful for that because the conversations are quite negative, judgmental, unproductive, and to me, they're way off focus. Let me see if I can introduce this to you without being part of that group. There is a conversation going on right now about how we need to be more humane to dogs, and I am all for that. My message is all about how our canines are here to help humanity heal. So, yes, I absolutely can jump on that statement. However, this has gone way out of bounds because it's lost any sense of compassion for humanity as it seeks to gain compassion for the canines. And what I mean by this is the way the conversations are happening is confrontational, angry, judgmental, and people are getting into fistfights over an assumption without clearly understanding or having any compassion for other human beings. So the conversation is demanding compassion for the canines, but it's overlooking compassion for the people in the process. I've seen a number of videos, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, you name it, they're all over the place, of standoffs between these two groups of people. You have a population that has dogs that are not okay with other dogs or might not be okay with other people that are trying to coexist with a different type of population that feels that dogs should be free to roam and not be controlled and not have any limitations and be fully loved in that process. The two groups have to get along. The two groups have their place. There are more than one type of canine. And there's so many parts to this conversation that they want me to unpack. There's so many directions I could go with this very convoluted topic. It's not just about dogs. It's not just about people. It's not just about energy. It's not just about intention or healing or training or socialization. I mean, the sky's the limit as far as what we could talk about here. And what the guides want to focus on is the triggering. This is what they got me out of bed for. This topic, these polarities are triggering people into fights. They're triggering people to judge other people based on their own personal choices, their own personal journey, and their own conversations they're having with their own canines, which are private. You know, the spiritual healing and growth that we're going through individually is our business. No one else knows what we're going through. You can't just peek behind the curtain and go, yeah, I see you. I know exactly what's going on with you. It's unique to each individual person. So you can't put eyes on a situation and go, I know exactly what's happening there, because you don't. it's not it's none of your business, number one, and it's not designed for you to know. Your path is your path. My path is my path. And it's important that we respect that. It's important that we respect all of humanity, all of Mother Nature, the planet, the animals, the plants, the water, all of it. So, what they want me to introduce here and to focus on is the fact that these topics are triggering people. If these groups cannot come together and respectfully coexist, it's what we call a trigger. And a trigger activates a trigger activates your neurological system, and it causes a fight or flight response. It causes you to be fearful and to react out of that fear. And that's what anger is. It's a reaction out of fear. So we have a group of people who have dogs who are afraid of other dogs or afraid of other people. They're trying to get along in the world by trusting their master and taking a walk in public. And you have another group of people who are attacking this person because their dog is not okay with their dog, who's not following the rules, following the law, is not on leash, is invading their space, and they can't get along. The two groups cannot get along, and this creates a trigger for all of these emotions to start churning. A lot of anger is coming out, a lot of hurt feelings are coming out. I'm picking up on it, and I am way across the pond from where this is happening, and I'm so thankful I'm not in the middle of it because it's an uncomfortable feeling. These emotions are not healthy. These are nervous system reactions. And when this happens, your nervous system hijacks your emotions and triggers you to respond in a way that is not beneficial for anybody. It's not beneficial for you. It's not beneficial for the situation that's happening. And it loses track of the true meaning, the true message that happens to be the same in both polarities from both parties. The true message is actually the same. The core message is the same, to respect one another. Yet we're not seeing the two groups of people do that. They're asking respect for the animals, but they're not granting respect for the people. And this is where the pendulum has swung way out of bounds. And we need to make a shift, a change, an energetic shift to release all of this energy that's just been building and building and building and building. It's just like an explosion, just old dynamite, just waiting to be dropped or kicked or shaken and just explode. It's just ready to explode. This is no different than the war that's going on in the Middle East. This is no different. It's the same energy. And I really want people to think about that and to understand that as we try and bring humanity and the planet into a higher level of existence, into a collective consciousness, this has to be dissolved. We can't get there with this level of emotion controlling us. It's deadly. So the canines are really pushing here for us to find the healing, for us to soothe that nervous system and to bring our focus back into the priority, into the purpose, into the learning, and into the healing. There's a lot of healing that needs to happen. These dogs have volunteered to be part of this movement because it is a movement. It's a huge movement, a shift. And these dogs on either side have volunteered their service to be part of either side to help their owners, their companions, their soulmates to identify where they need to shift, where the love needs to come in, where the pain needs to be healed. This is what they're guiding you through. Your dog is your teacher. Your dog is your healer. The canine spirit guides are working through your dog with you. Sometimes it's hard to identify what they're saying and what's necessary. And that's where I come in. I'm the interpreter. I channel them. I'm their guardian. So they're speaking to you through me. And until you understand or until you develop the skill to be able to hear it for yourself, I will have to provide that for you. But I will tell you that in this state, whether you're in a state of fear and panic, or whether you're in a state of anger and judgment, in either state, you will not be able to communicate, hear, or absorb what these beautiful healing guides are here to share with you. So let's find a healing space to move this conversation into, to move it back into compassion and love, to connect us back to that unconditional love our dogs share with us and share it with our fellow humans that don't mean us any harm. They don't truly want to hurt us. Their nervous system has just been hijacked. So let's get that nervous system back. Let's get our humanity back. Let's get our compassion back for each other, regardless of what our opinions are or what choices we make. We all deserve to be loved. We all deserve compassion. We all deserve a second chance, don't we? So let's take a deep breath. There will be a different conversation about some of these topics because they still want me to talk about more. But for now, let's find our center together. The canine guides are going to lead us into a conjoined space where these masks will come off and we can see each other for the divine being that we really are, not for the anger or the fear that we're projecting. So those of you who would wish to receive this healing from the canine guides, find a comfortable place to sit. Please do not lay down. Find a place where you are safe and you won't be interrupted for just a few minutes. Thank you for joining me today. The healing session for this episode with the Canine Spirit Guides is now available exclusively through my subscriber portal on Substack. These energetic downloads are sacred transmissions, and by moving them to a dedicated space, I can connect more intentionally with those of you who feel called to receive them. It also helps me get to know you a little better so that I can more effectively serve and support this growing community. If you'd like to access the healing frequencies of this episode's Canine Spirit Guide and future transmissions, just head over to my Substack at heatherleighstrom.substack.com and become a subscriber. Whether you join us there or simply tune in here, the Canine Spirit Guides and I are so grateful to share this path with you. And be sure to stay put because there might be more coming on this podcast. Thank you, Oregon. Thank you all for being part of this transmission, for being part of this healing opportunity, for being willing to listen to the message. Remember, your dogs are very powerful healers. They are here not only to heal you, but to help humanity heal. And we can only do this by healing ourselves. We can't heal anyone else. We can only heal ourselves. If you enjoyed this healing experience, this is very similar to my private 90-minute healing session with the Canine Spirit Guides. That's all for now, guys. Love your dogs. Love your neighbor and humanity and the planet and all animals and plants. Love ya.